Contact
Yes.
being sent to one or more apps.
Yes.
Has started broadcast.
Broadcast meeting. We're up and we're going. Hey, right away, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to do thumbs up, and like, share. Also, let your friends know to watch the show and all that kind of stuff. Within the next 24 hours, that because that helps the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. You're watching Innervision FM. If you're on YouTube, it's 1240. Yes. And wait, what did you send me something about Snow White? No, that was somebody else.
It must have been somebody else. We
Oh,
got a
okay.
fun show for you guys tonight. Innervision FM covers some of the music news in the industry, such as Willie Nelson's birthday today. He is 92. He was born today, 1933, folks. What else we got, Johnny?
Wait a minute. I'm not even there yet. So
All
give
right.
me-
So I want to tell you a little bit about Regal Cinemas and Krispy Kreme Donuts. They have partnered with Innervision FM. So that means if you go to our website, www.innervisionrecords.org, check out the
Okay. Oh, yeah, go ahead. All right. Okay. Now, birthday, April 28th. A rapper named Too Short.
Oh yeah. Too Short Body Don't Want You.
Yeah, he's born in
Oh, yeah, no,
1966.
we can't do that. That's a family show.
Well, yeah, 1966 he was born. Oh, that's probably
Wow.
like a year after my brother.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Who else was it? Kim Gordon,
wow.
1953. Sonic Youth bassist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy moly.
And it's an Ann-Margret, 1941 R&B vocalist and crossover actresses. Yeah. I don't remember that one. Ann-Margret?
Yeah, she did some songs like gosh, hey,
I didn't know she was
what
R&B.
songs did Ann-Margret do from 1941? Her birth was.
I remember her
He sang the ballad
Elvis
The
Presley
Littlest
movies and
Lamb
stuff
as
like
a
that.
lullaby as well as the rocker Ain't Gonna Be a Fool.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
from Wikipedia.
So Ain't Gonna Be a Fool, the Littlest Lamb, obviously. Wow, man,
Okay.
I wish we could share some of these.
I know.
That'd be so cool.
But and then
You guys see Follow That Dream with Elvis Presley and Ann-Margret?
you know,
Yeah.
I think I did watch that one. Was that the latest one, right? That was the latest.
That was the last one that he did before. Yeah, I think it was the last.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up later. Folks, Innervision FM wants you to know that Regal Cinemas and Krispy Kreme Donuts, we partnered with them. And so what you want to do is you want to go ahead and check that out, because that's going to help with projects that some of these up and coming musicians, recording artists, the folks that we try to sponsor,
Yes.
them to get their music out there. So
Yeah. Matter of fact, they just announced first come first serve on May the 31st and June the 1st. They're gonna have concerts all along the 16th Street Mall.
that's
So
gonna
I
be
was
cool.
just in the middle of signing Tony up for that one.
So
And
check out Tony Negus. He's got some merch on the YouTube channel there and other places. So
yeah, and also he's gonna I guess we're gonna do a mixture of originals and covers for like that 3 hour slot that we picked down there. So if you're on the 16th Street Mall, come and say hello, and if you see us before we see you, say hello. Something like that. Yes. So anyway, so that's coming up. And then we have the on the 25th, the Cordova Mexican restaurant birthday party there from 4 until 5:30. And I'm gonna get Sweetie, she's gonna be out of town, but I'm gonna grab some of her friends to do some giveaways and Tupperware and stuff like that.
Yeah, there we go.
and stuff like
There we
that.
go. There we
So
go.
she's in a bowling league and she's I think not second in command. It's something about she's second to someone. I don't know if she's second to like the treasurer or like, but she has to be there. So
Sweet
it
G
is.
is one of our recording artists that does a bunch of different stuff featured on some past CDs, including, let me see here. There was a 2020.
Hollow String. And then she made a CD that had like 5 other songs on it.
Yes.
Her daughter was on it as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So check that stuff out. That's available. I think she's got a YouTube channel on her own.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Hey, and then next guy is Master P. His birthday was on the 29th.
yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
Grandmaster P. Hoorah!
You know, No Limit Records and Southern rock,
Yeah.
Southern hip hop mogul. You know, I had a doll. This is so crazy. I had the doll. We kept it in the box, and my kids got older. I think they were like, I mean, think how old were they? They were I don't know, like 30 something. And I said, well, let me just give them their toys that they had when they were little. Right? I don't need their toys. So I gave it, I had it in a plastic bag, gave it to them. They put it in the warehouse. The warehouse got broken into, and we had a Master P doll
Huh.
that was from the way back in the early 90s.
I was going to say 1988, I think, was when he
Oh.
released that originally.
The doll. Yeah,
Hmm.
and we had one,
When was it?
and straight out of the box, everything, good condition. And I'm thinking like, you
Use ChatGPT to answer that?
what? You want GPT as what's the question?
When the doll was first released.
Oh yeah. What is it asking? Yeah, if you ask GPT
ChatGPT
chat,
asks, could you clarify which dog or product related
no doll.
Shut up.
to
Thank you. We'll just
I
keep
mean,
going now. Thank you. Anyway,
When was
anyway,
Master P's doll released? 1998.
98.
Yeah,
See, I thought
1998.
88. Okay, 98.
Yeah, because I know I got my daughter one. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and I got a bunch of these dolls. You know, the ones that could bend their legs and stuff like that. So I had these, like this one that was a trapeze artist and all that kind of stuff. It was just a bunch of fun toys. And I figured, well, hey, you could share this with your kids, And they lost. Well, I guess they couldn't help if somebody broke in the storage bin. But
So,
it is what it is. Yeah. And then Tammi Terrell, 1945, Motown great singer, and she sang with Marvin Gaye, and I think she died early of cancer, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
early
Yeah.
30s, mid 30s, something like that.
yeah. So
Gosh.
so some and okay, and then now we're getting to the 100 days of the president, and they were doing like what grade would you give? And I even got this email from Diane DeGette. And it's like it's really bent
pretty
like to the
good.
left. It says, well, he's causing all this and that, but what grade do you give him? So she
A plus
talks,
plus.
yeah.
A
So
plus.
I went just for the hell of it, and I say I gave him a excellent,
Right.
but she was leading towards like she really wanted you to give him a bad mark, and it's like, oh, to get it's like, will you ever give up? So anyway, these people.
There's nothing if not consistent. I was thinking about this the other day when I was making a project, and I'm going to show you guys a little tiny piece of it. Kick off this cereal that I want to talk to you guys about. But
Alright.
we'll do that a little later in the show.
Oh, wait, okay.
Keep going.
Oh, so I was listening to Caroline Levitt, and she was saying some like some. I mean, she was running off a bunch of things. I was gonna run it because man, she was just if you go to Fox News and
Yeah.
look at her day, and then I guess they're gonna go to this other state to have this parade and celebration.
Yeah.
So I think Maryland, they were gonna go to Maryland, which I guess is that just a train ride away from Washington? It has to be somewhere close.
Yeah, Maryland is in the DC area.
Yeah, okay. Because I kind of figure like, oh, okay. So I guess they're gonna go down there, have the parade and all that kind of stuff, and uh and and do that kind of stuff. And then they had the guy that, and these people, it's weird. The guy says we're not going to talk about the Chinese negotiation, and then all these reporters keep asking about, well, can you tell us about the Chinese? And I'm thinking like, knock knock, are you not listening? Oh
Well,
man,
you've seen Trump said he had a conversation
yeah,
with Xi Jinping, and then Ping denied it, or
yeah,
their spokespeople denied it.
yeah,
Yeah, they're just trying to say if it happened, they're just trying to save face. If it
yes,
didn't happen, Trump's just setting up another
a better deal. And then I heard they were taking off some of the tariffs that they had imposed on us.
Well, folks, check this out. You want to check out yesterday's video at the very, very end. I brought something up, and I got to send you guys the emails. I forgot. But it's the way that information is manipulated. It'll be manipulated to say something one day, and then the very next day, it'll say something entirely different. There'll be grains of truth scattered within that information, but it'll be subtly changed. And so check out yesterday's video. It talks a little bit about that. More to come on that, by the way.
Yeah.
But
And also
check out some of the other videos that we've done as well.
yeah. Also, Amazon and one of the reporters brought up this. Amazon is pointing out like how the prices has been raised because of the tariffs. And then Caroline, she says, well, why didn't Bezos do that when Biden's inflation was there? So she says it's just Chinese propaganda. And he's just playing along with that.
It's actually a really good point, though, that she brought that up because, people are actually forced to look at that and go, well, why didn't Jeff Bezos go ahead and raise
Or have that like little monitor, that little count to say, well, this is what the prices was, this is what the prices are because of inflation.
Now, I will tell you this, I've ordered so little on Amazon that I can look back in my history and I can see what I paid for something 5 years ago on Amazon versus what things cost now on Amazon. And I can actually go back then using AI and get an extrapolation of what it cost just before Trump got into office. You can do it too, folks. It's easy enough.
Yeah.
Information is our friend, and while we have largely unfettered access to it, even though it's skewed, we can still look at it. So I encourage you to do your own research.
Yeah, and it's not on the list there, but I was talking to Ellen earlier about I have a neighbor. He's a retired like plumber. He lives in our building, and we had this discussion. He's a hardcore. Well, he's an old school Democrat compared to like what the crazy. He's not crazy, but he was kind of telling me like some propaganda that he had heard, and my daughter had heard, and I had to straighten my daughter out. I don't remember if you guys remember when I had to straighten her out. The two propagandas, Abraham Lincoln owned slaves, and Abraham Lincoln had black children. So I just went in and did some research, printed it out, gave that to him, and now I want to find out. Who told you, or how did you get this lie, or are you the author of this propaganda? because I just thought it was so good. And then he told me the old thing about like how blacks can't get ahead. And then I found this article about how many millionaires are in America that are black. And in one part, it said 25% in this area, we only represent 13%. And so I gave him that. And so it's like all this propaganda. And I just, get like they say, I just gave him the receipts.
Give them the receipts. That's right.
And
Operation Mockingbird is alive and well, folks. There is a lot of other stuff out there that we just do plain have to look at and
misinformation.
yeah, realize that it's there and it's on both sides. So, when people are like, "Oh, Republicans this and Democrats that," well, we can fall into that same trap. So when we deal with each other, realize that we're people. And that's who the government is controlled by.
Yeah.
is
Usually when I do this with younger people, they just pull out their phone and they do it. But since he's 76 years old, he doesn't care. He doesn't use his phone like that.
Right, exactly.
So I just print him out the hard copy.
You got to print out the hard copy and got to get that disseminated just calmly and discreetly as you can.
Yeah.
And facts.
Or
I
slap
can't-
sense into him.
Huh?
Or
Yeah.
slap sense into him.
There you go. There you
Well,
go.
he's my elder.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Trump is indeed slapping sense into the establishment. It looks like more arrests coming. Are we looking at some possibilities? Don't forget to comment down below what you think about that, because this is us. This is our life. I mean,
Yeah.
whether you voted for him or whether you didn't vote for him. Remember when Biden first got elected? The big thing is he's your president too, or something like this. The great unifier, things like this. Well, Trump aims to unify this country around the fact that a large percentage, 54%, at least currently, approve of his immigration policies. Or maybe
And I think it's more the way they skewed the figures to
Yeah.
make you almost believe that that lady who pretended to be black had a chance.
Yeah.
I think they're doing the same thing with these poll numbers.
That's right.
It's like, so I don't believe any of these poll numbers because it's just
Yes.
fake.
It's hard to believe anything in this world nowadays. I mean, especially when you've got AI that can read your books, sounds just like John Wayne. You can write stories, and John Wayne just comes to life. You gotta realize and kind of keep reminding yourself that John Wayne's not really there. It's not really John Wayne.
Hey,
So, but it is pretty funny. That does lead us to part of this promo. I'm going to bring this up before we get to the next
Okay.
part of our story here
All right.
for today. But check this out. Remember, future proofs past, it will be biblical, sayings like that. Some folks out there that are listening and watching, they'll remember exactly what I'm talking about. Where we go one, we go all. Remember that?
Yep.
17th letter of the alphabet.
Mm.
Also featured in Star Trek, oddly enough.
Oh, yeah?
Powerful being, Q, yellow powerful being.
Yep.
Kind of odd that way. But anyway, what I want you to do is we're going to have a serial go. And however long this 28-minute, 29-minute thing lasts, we're going to play, a couple of minutes at the end of each show.
Mm.
Each time you hear the letter, 17th letter of the alphabet, I want you to keep track. Now, when we're done with the serial, I want you to go ahead and email. What's the best one to email you at?
It's the
Go ahead.
Innervision3@msn.com.
Okay.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
the MSN2 is for folks that are wanting to get what do you call it? Invited to your party.
Yeah, the donut. Yeah. Well, we'll just keep it the same. Innervision2@msn.com for the donuts, the tickets, movie tickets, and for for
this
this
promo.
event.
Okay.
Yeah, we just to keep it.
So
the
we get done with this promo, info at msn2.com.
And after this, I'll put this in our liner notes every time we go on, so people can keep count.
That'll be cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So
No.
that's how we're going to run that. So we'll probably run a couple of minutes or something like that at the beginning here, and I mean at the end here of this show, and we'll just start from here. And each time you hear that letter, keep track. And like I said, shoot us an email. This way, you'll be entered into get a random gift. Whatever, Johnny's got laying around, cough,
Yeah.
tea, blah, blah, blah. I mean, no,
Yeah.
whatever. We're going to need your size if it's going to be a t-shirt, but,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah, or a coffee mug
Yeah.
or a
Let's move on.
sticker. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, I think I'm wearing my Innervision shirt. It's purple and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Uh,
I
So
gotta
anyway.
get one of those myself.
oh, now are you queuing this up, or do you want me to run through like?
No, go ahead and run through the rest.
Okay. Okay. So we're just talking about like how many legislative things has each president got passed in his first 100 days. And for some reason, I just decided to do it like Trump against these Democrats. So I didn't do
Trump's at
Bush or,
142, isn't he?
huh?
Trump is at 142
What?
executive orders since
Oh.
he's been
I didn't go for that one. I just did like actual laws that would pass through. So he got the Laken Raleigh, which a lot of Democrats they don't want to remember that because that's some illegal who crushed this young nursing school college girl. Okay, so that's one they got through, and they were breaking their arm to pat themselves on the back.
right.
So then we got down to Biden. So he did 11.
Right.
Barack Hussein Obama did 14, and Bill Clinton, which I consider him to be the first black president, he did 24. But Bill was a smooth man, and he was doing almost the same thing that Trump is doing. I mean, with the getting the illegals out of the welfare system, and then if you were caught on the system, you got kicked out, and then exporting people out, and then firing people from the federal. And this is like in 1990. No, I wonder if that was in the first. Yeah, because all that happened in 1998. Yeah. So anyway, Bill's the winner as far as like the Democrats, and I didn't want to go back any further than that. It was like, yeah, maybe the next time I will, but for now, this is interesting enough. So so all three Democrats they use their political clout to get those through, and Bill was just good at just reaching across the aisle and telling people, "I feel your pain." Oh man, I love that guy. I feel your pain. But he was a player, and could you blame him? I mean, being married to Hillary, I don't know how fun that is. But they're they call them a power couple.
Well, that's the one thing is it takes dedication to be a power couple. You got to stay together to play together, I guess, as it were. And if you want to get paid together.
Right.
They've been paid well, haven't they?
They've been paid.
Oh yeah,
They've
man.
been paid.
I tell you.
That BC keeps going up though. Ye old body count.
Yeah. That's don't cross the Clintons or you
Don't
find
mess
yourself.
with Don't mess with the best. You're going to take yourself a long rest.
Hey, so with 4 minutes left, you want to set this up?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see here.
See back, play, button. See forward, button.
Can you hear that?
Select
Yep.
FM, button. Select what play next. See forward, button. Play, button.
All right. So here we go. This is the first of serial, and I'll try to keep track as best I can of when I stop it and all that, you know, the timestamps and stuff, so that we stay as accurate as we can. So bend this a little bit and just say, you know, if you get as close as you can to that number, get there. But you know, do hit us up. Do you have the info at Innervision FM still up or no?
No. I just Innervision2 at msn.com.
Okay.
They would charge me I don't know, $8 per email account. That was ridiculous. So I said,
Gaming. Holy moly, yes, things did nickel
Ridiculous.
and dime. Yeah. Anyway, so if you also want to get added to the newsletter so that we can tell you every time we go live what the topics are, why Innervision at msn2.com.
yep.
So without further ado, here we go.
See forward, play, button. Pause.
Open. It was a day just like any other day. I got up, made the coffee and some food in preparation for work. I have a
wrote all
YouTube
this.
channel that my boss runs that I'm a part of, so I figured I'd create my own. As I research all the ins and outs of how to create a YouTube channel again, for I've helped with a few channels in the past, I purpose to open dialogue with Torax. Who is Torax? Here's a short history. Torax. I was once a warrior of might. I had many armies under my command. However, over time, I sadly became drunk with power. One fateful day, I and my army stormed the mountain refuge of the gods. For time immemorial, we laid siege to the stronghold and disallowed any but the strongest, gods, to interact with the mortal dimensions. Eventually, the gods were able to destroy mine armies and banish me to this place. Here, it was thought, I might learn humility. As my lessons in this world were learned, I made many friends. No longer was my heart bent upon the acquisition of power. At first, anyway. A time came when I was approached to join a clan. The experience didn't go well. The leader of Mogne Central was much like Torax for my own liking. Before the banishment forced on me, I was too much like that cursed leader. I had no wish to be struck down or smitten by the gods of this world. I went to the leader of Mogne and resigned my commission and promptly began to build allies to construct a strong clan. The Mages of Destruction were formed, I being just a mere member in their ranks at first. As time spun out for the mages, a meltdown occurred. The old fire of conquest was again burning in my heart. When the elders of the Quote clan came to me for assistance in rebuilding the shattered clan, I listened. It would be great to say that I staged a marvelous battle, taking the clan. However, time was my finest warrior. One by one, they all left. I was forced to build from the ground up a new and more stable clan. This took years, but finally the work was complete. Again, Mages of Destruction lived. It had once been said, Torax is the heart of the clan. So, long as the heart of the clan exists, the mages will also. I became old before my time through misuse of magical equipment prompted me to visit the fountain of youth. I live still today, trying to retrain my shattered spell and skill trees as best I can and help all those who ask. In this way, I may, peradventure, atone for the sin of storming the god homes and trying to take their power for myself. Torax.
See forward, button, pause, see back, button, pause, button,
around.
play.
All right, so we'll stop there. And no letter Q's yet.
No.
We'll just keep going. And
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
so check this out. This is just a example of projects that are possible that the blind or otherwise disabled can do. these types of things sell, and I have the knowledge to help folks set this stuff up. You know, you can get your works published, you can get things set up for yourself that will net you at least some residual income. You see, 70 to 90% of the blind and visually low vision, visually impaired, whatever, we're unemployed or we're underemployed. So we got to figure something out before Social Security goes poof. Oh man, I want to know more about Social Security. You said you were going to talk about that tonight.
Yeah. So let's do it. Let's support this thing. This is cool.
So
Yeah.
what you want to do is you want to think about Krispy Kreme donuts. If you're out there and you're looking for a cup of coffee and maybe a donut or something like that, and you drop by one, you know, we can help. If you're in the mood for a movie, we got ticket bundles. Now, if you're a church organization, you know, that would be really helpful if you could really, help us out by, when you purchase, like, say, bundles of 30, 60, 90, 120 tickets for your congregation to see a movie, why not, approach us as your, what do you call that? A sponsor?
Sponsor, yeah, sponsor.
Approach us as your sponsor. Go ahead and, pick up your 30 bundles of tickets through Innervision FM, and you're helping out a great cause. You're putting the blind and low vision, otherwise disabled, financially challenged folks back to work in a field of whatever choice it is that they love. Now, look, yesterday I was talking about, we know a lot of folks. It's not just the music industry, the film industry, the tech industry. It's not just the political industry. It's all those things. We got doors to open all of those for you.
Yep. Definitely. Oh, are you still there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You made that pause. Oh, but
no, I put that there for you, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Innervision2 at msn.com, or you can do our Cash App, Innervision, $Innervision J. And oh, by the way, hey Joe, so how's that weather going? Is that monsoon?
It looks like it's dying down.
I was gonna say
it may not turn into anything.
Yeah, it was
that's good. Been praying about that.
Dude, that is awesome, dude. Because dude, the way that it was looking yesterday, I wasn't so sure. You told me about that, and I jumped off the show and I jumped to, oh, I gotta send you those emails. Don't let me forget. Those 2 emails. You guys, if you're watching, check out yesterday's show. It's awesome. Very end is really intriguing. I shared the screen for those that can see. Just an example of information. We want to give you the most accurate and transparent information as seen through the lens of the blind community. So if you like what you see, hit the like button. If you figure you got some friends that would like it, share it. And don't forget, the algorithm monster is hungry. Needs your comments. So like, share, subscribe, toss comment down below.
All right. We'll check you guys out tomorrow.
God bless.